Hey, Heart Nation. How's everyone today? Today is May 13th, 2025. Oh my goodness, where did the time go? So, just want to say hello to everyone, and I hope you all are having a great day. Mother's Day just passed this past Sunday, and I hope everyone had a great day. I just want to take a pause to say I know everyone may have had different memories for Mother's Day, some good, some may not be so good, or we may be celebrating mothers and loved ones who have passed on. So just wanted to say, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who may have experienced different things for Mother's Day. So, hey, Heart Nation, again, I am loving all the comments already. So, today we are going to be doing a heart to heart real review, and it's going to be on lies and loyalty today. That is the sound, the movie, the film by Tonja Ayers, and she had a partner with her on that. But I did have Tanja on one of the podcasts before, and we talked about it, and we talked about the trailer just a little bit. And that's Tonja Ayers, and the movie was directed by Tanja and Mike Jeffers. And getting just my notes over here, you all. So also some of the actors in this movie is we'll put those on the screen, and you can find it on Tubi. You can find Lies and Loyalty streaming on Tubi. So don't forget, this is going to be a spoiler alert. We are going to actually be breaking down the movie some, showing some clips from Tubi and some of the trailer that I had when Tanja was on the podcast in April. So if you haven't watched it already, just know that we may be spoiling it a little bit for you because we are going to be talking about it. So, hello, Heart Nation, to everyone. And come on in the room. Come on in the room, Heart Nation. Let me see you. Oh, and let me see. I am also going live on Instagram as well. So, hopefully, let me see. I'm not sure how it looks on Instagram, but what I'm looking at is looking like a side view. I hope not. If anybody is watching from Instagram, let me know how it looks, because I'm not liking the look that I see, but let me know. And I also was trying to go live on TikTok as well, but maybe I'll get to that one next week. Wanted to do TikTok so we can bring people to the stage, but we can also bring people to the stage here too on through the live stream. Oh, the YouTube wasn't working too well, Queen Sugar says. So I think if you're on YouTube, let me know so I know if it's working well for you, or if you're on Instagram or Facebook. So either one you're on, let me know. Looks like Queen Sugar, you might be on Facebook. Richard is on Facebook. Cheetah is on YouTube. Okay. So we got a nice variety there. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and follow my channel for YouTube and Instagram, and also on Facebook. And I also just recently launched a Facebook group called Tubi Flicks and Reviews, so that we can grow our audience and grow our participants, and also hopefully get some actors, actresses, and film producers in there to go over the real reviews with us and break down these movies. So my Tubi group is a little bit different than the ones that are out there now, in that my goal is to actually break down some of these movies some more and then carry it over to the podcast. So we had Tonja Ayers on in April, and we did the trailer. We just talked a little bit about it, Lies and Loyalty, because she actually was up for nomination at the Detroit Filmmaker Awards. And so we had her on and we had a good time. So I'm going to play the trailer, and then we're going to get right into it. Okay, here we go. Let me see here. Let me see if I can share. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Let's see here. So, how's everyone doing today? I hope you all are doing well. Put in the chat where you're calling from and how you're doing. And we're going to go ahead and get this party started so we can dive deep into this movie. This is a hot film, y'all. Who all watched it? If you're on Instagram or if you are on Facebook or YouTube, let me know if you watched it. And if if you got a chance to watch all of it or some of it, let me know. Put it in the chat. Okay. Cheetah says he's doing well. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to check in a little bit on lies and loyalty.
Anyway, so why were you so late today?
Yeah, I was just running a little behind. That's all.
What are you gonna do when that man decides that he wanna come from being a side piece to the main dish?
You had this man in my office, laughing and shaking my fan, and the whole time you couldn't be.
You just don't appreciate what you got.
I really messed up this time, Mo. I don't know what to do or how to get out of this.
What do you got out of it? You just I'm a guy that wants to
Dave? What was that noise?
All right. I hope that you all saw that trailer. All right. Okay, I'm just getting a little message. Want to be sure that everyone can hear and see me okay. If you can, just put in the chat. Let me know that you're still with me. Says we're having a trouble with a little bit of internet connection. Okay, so if you saw the, yes, Richard says he saw it as a very good movie. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I hope that you all saw the movie, but just starting with that trailer, Rich says it was a good one. Queen Sugar, thanks for joining in from the south side of Chicago. Tell me, what did you all think of the movie? So, Rich, you said you thought it was a good one. So it starts off with, I don't know if you all caught this in the movie, but it starts off with her, just doing her morning routine, and it looks like she's with her husband and her daughter, just starting her morning routine. And then everybody leaves, and next thing you know, there's someone at the door, and it just gets hot and steamy from there. So no kids should be watching this movie here. It is straight rated R for real. That was a steamy scene. So what did you all think of that first scene when the husband is gone to work? First, I didn't even know who it was at the door. I'm like, who is that? Is that the husband? No, that wasn't the husband coming back. This is somebody else. And in the house, y'all, somebody came in the house. Another guy came in the house, and then it got steamy. First of all, Rich is jumping to the end of the movie already. Did the wife friend end up with her husband? You know what? Stop trying to jump to the end of this. Okay, we going slow by slow, Richard. So during the beginning of the movie, someone else comes in the house, and then it gets steamy from there. Okay, straight rated R. So I'm like, wow. And then she's sitting down reading a book after that, right? She's sitting down reading a book, and she has the nerve to be saying on the book, "Say, oh, she a trip." And I was like, "What's the name of that book? Did you all catch the name of that book?" Let's see if we can. I want to go past the steamy part. I don't want YouTube banning me now. I don't want YouTube banning me with this. With this steaminess on here. You know that's not why you called me. Okay. So what's up? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna let that play a little bit. Then I'm gonna try to share my screen. Hold on. Let's see. Wow. Y'all hear that music? It's hot, y'all. It is so hot. So I like the movie, the book that she was reading, and her expressions during that. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I know she's not talking about somebody else, but I like how they did that. Hold on, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. As always, let's see. Here we go. Let's see if I can share it. Because last time it blocked my share screen. Let's see. I think here we go. All right. Okay, I think I got it, y'all. Here we go. So, yeah, no, that's not her husband. That wasn't her husband. Can you see the clip now? Here comes one of my favorite parts. Right here. Shit. She's talking about the person in the movie. I mean, in the book. But I like that the book right here. The name of the book. Can you all see the name of the book right there? I said, okay, I wonder if that's a real book. So I want to see what that says. It says a hoe needs something. The name of the book. So whoever gets the name of the book, when you look back at it, let us know. Put it in the chat. But she's talking about somebody else ain't nothing. Y'all see that? Big Dog Blake said she had it going on. She thought she was a player. Okay, that's your biggest fear. Okay, so here we go. So I like that because she's just chilling, and then as the movie goes on, we see that she's supposed to be at work. She's supposed to be at work, and but she's going to this big gala tonight. She's going to this big gala tonight, and her husband has asked her, to pick up something, get his suit ready or something. But on the phone with her husband, she just seems like the most loving wife, right? She just seems like she's just so loving, but she just got through having somebody in the house. Okay, so she's gonna talk to the husband for a little bit. Let's see. Hey, baby, how was your run? It's going good, but that's not why you called me. She's supposed to be going for a run. I guess you know me all too well, huh? I don't really need anything this time. I just want to remind you about the fundraiser gallery event in the city tonight. Well, baby, there is no need to remind me because I already have it on my calendar. I actually have my dress picked out and your suit together. Oh, your mom is actually going to pick Taylor up from school tonight and even volunteer to watch her. Wow. She just got it going on, don't she? She just got it all together. She's just the most responsible wife. She's dutiful, got his suit ready, got a babysitter for the child and everything. So she is just all that in a bag of chips. Okay. And Big Dog Blake says that's what you're supposed to do. I guess so. But why can't you just do it for real? Do you have to do all the extra stuff? Is all the extra stuff needed? So That's what I say. I'm like, wow, she is just really, you know, laying it on thick. So uh she's supposed to act like that. She love her husband and on point for everything, or else she gonna blow her cover. Well, I guess that's a good point that you make. Or else she's gonna blow her cover, and she don't want to blow her cover, right? Can't have her blowing her cover. But Queen Sugar says her husband helped her in the morning by taking the kids to school while she went for her run. Isn't that something? He helped. Now he said he looks like a good man, right? Looks like a good man. Calls her, lets her go for her run before coming into work, takes the kids to school. And another comment is, it makes it fun and worthwhile for the moment. Yes. And then Richard says she phony. Okay. She phony. Okay, here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Because we watched the movie, right? But I'm gonna fast forward a little bit just so we can you know, get to some of the good parts here. So, I mean, she looking good too, y'all. Let's see. Look at her. She looking good. So now she got to make a stop. So she is looking good. Uh-oh. And she is ready. So here comes the good part right after this. Okay. So let me go past that. I'm gonna try to go past it. So I have another clip pulled up. So she is, you know, she ready, and she is on her way there. So y'all remember what happened next, right? She's on her way there to the party, and somebody asked her to stop for something. Her husband's business partner asked her to stop at the liquor store. And so you know, she makes this stop at the liquor store. So I'm gonna play this clip here. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. Let me get a bottle of your most fabulous champagne. Man, Rich. Rich is talking what happened to the sex scene. You are so wrong for that. Let me get a bottle of your most fabulous champagne. That's all Rich wants to see. Rich wants to just see the sex scene. I'm not showing the sex scene on here because I don't want YouTube to kick me out. It might slip up and show a little bit. But Queen Sugar says she's spoiled. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Am I still sharing my screen? I'm still sharing. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. Of your most fabulous champagne. $500. Oh, wait. Can y'all see it? I can manage. Hold on, sis. Can y'all see it? Did y'all see that? Let me know in the chat if you saw it. It's a big difference when you're in the studio by yourself trying to manipulate all these buttons, honey. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can get it again. Of course you didn't see it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Let me see if I can get it. Of your $500. Okay, thanks. I can manage. Hold on, sis. Well, thank you. Oh, okay now. Okay. So she's on her way to the gala, right? And her husband's business partner asked her to stop for this bottle of champagne. So she stops, right, for this bottle of champagne. And this guy, the champagne costs $500. Now, what y'all thought about that? $500 for the champagne in the gas station liquor store. He bought her. Okay, Rich says he bought her. Okay, he bought her. Why you say that, Rich? Why you say he bought her? Okay. Hmm. Cause that $500 was too easy. She was just ready after that. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up the next one. The next clip. So she seemed pretty you know, just kind of easily influenced because he bought this $500 of champagne. Now, what would you have done? Come on, married ladies in the chat. What would you have done? You went in this store and the man says, I'll buy it. It's $500. And he says, I'll buy it. What would you have done? Would you still have said, no, that's okay, I got it? Or would you have accepted it and went on about your way? Queen Sugar says she's spoiled and she likes money. Well, do she like men with money? Or does she, because he didn't give her the money, but I guess she was attracted to that, right? It's attractive when you see, I guess it is, right? It's attractive when you see men with money. I guess that's how they get the women, right? They're flashy, they have the cars, a flashy car, the money, the clothes. So that's what grabs women's attention. So Queen Sugar says no. You say no, Queen Sugar. Nah, you wouldn't have let him buy it. You wouldn't have let him buy that champagne and then went on about your business. Okay. Let's see. And why do you say no, Queen Sugar? Why do you say no? I know I'm laying on the questions fast. Y'all can't even type it fast enough. Why are you saying no, you wouldn't have? Let's see. Uh let's see. Why wouldn't you have? Because I would just say, what would so Queen Sugar says she figured he got money, $500 wasn't nothing to him. True. And Rich, you asking me, Rich, what would I say? I would say, you don't want to encourage him, Queen Sugar. Okay, yeah, I would say no. I would say no because first of all, she's in this sketchy neighborhood, and I'm just trying to get up out of there. I don't want to have no dealings with nobody, so I'm getting up out of there. I'm getting up out of there. So that's what I would do. I'm getting up out of there. I'm like, nope, I got my mean face on, and I'm getting up out of there. So I agree with that. Okay, so she goes on, she gets this bottle of champagne, and then he was like, let me get your number. And she's like, oh, I'm happily married. And he was like, are you really happily married? And she was like, yeah, I'm happily married. And so he leans in, puts the seatbelt on her and all of that. And then, he's gone. I think she gave him his number, right? So then, things progress a little bit. And during this time, her coworker is telling her, you need to stop messing around with the other guy. Remember the other guy? Remember the first guy that came into her home when her husband left? Remember him? She said, you need to stop messing around with him. And because your husband, he's not gonna want to, if you get caught, you're gonna lose everything. You have so much to lose, right? And so she was like, don't keep doing that to him. Gabe deserves better. Gabe is her husband. So Rich says, I would have taken it and never show my face in that town again. Because she did say she was on another side of town that she didn't know where she was. So I'm taking it. Oh, that's a good point. Richard says that's a good point. Let him pay for it and got out of there and never went back. So her friend, her coworker is telling her, stop doing that to your husband. It's not right. What y'all think about that? Did you think that was a good friend that she had to tell her that, to encourage her to stop doing that? And she was like, okay, yeah, I am. I'm going to stop. I thought that was a pretty good friend to be telling her that. What you all think? Do you have friends like that? Or have you been a friend like that? Have you been a friend like that to someone to say, they're doing something that you like, what, you really shouldn't be doing that, or be careful. Have you ever been that type of friend to someone? Let me know. Put your responses in the chat. Let me know what you think. Um, I was looking for Big Dog Blake. They had a comment, but I think uh I don't know what happened to your comment, Big Dog Blake. I saw it, but it's gone now. Um, so have you been that kind of friend before, that you tell somebody, you know what, you shouldn't be doing that to your husband or to your wife? That's not right. So I thought that was good of her friend to do that. And so as she said, okay, I'm gonna stop. So she attempts to break it off, with the guy that came to her home, who she was cheating on her husband with, but he shows up at the gala. She shows up to the gala, and guess what, y'all? What y'all think happened when he showed up to the gala? The guy who she was messing around with shows up to the gala. Do y'all remember? He showed up to the gala and basically like, you going outside with me. You are going outside to the car with me. And she went. Did y'all see that? She went. She went outside. And not only did she go outside, the car was a rocking. Rich said they had sex. Yes, they did. And the car was a rocking. Now, Rich, I don't think they showed that part on there, because I know you about to ask, where's the sex scene at? But the car was rocking. Her husband is in the gala. What y'all think of that? Her husband is actually in the gala, and she is outside in the car with this other man, her lover, having sex. I mean, I just think that took a lot of balls, as they say. What y'all think? What did y'all think, that was really bogus of her, or y'all like, that ain't nothing? That's a part of the game. Queen Sugar says she talks too much. She should keep her business to herself. Yes, yes, because her friend was all up in her business. But she was trying to be a good friend, I guess, just trying to be a good friend, saying, you should stop that. You shouldn't do that. So she's at this gala, she having sex with this man while her husband is right in there. So then as soon as she gets back in, she runs into her husband. He was like, I've been looking for you. I thought right then and there that he had busted her. Oh, Queen Sugar said they showed it. Oh, okay. Oh, they showed it. I do remember now. They showed it. Okay, okay. I'm not showing it, but I do remember now. They did show it, and she ran right into her husband when she came in, and he was like, "Where were you? I was looking for you." And she was like, "Oh, I had to go get the wine out the car. Remember?" And so, she's back in, and he's none the wiser, right? I mean, really? Wow. But that good friend of hers confronted her with that. And she said, I know you was outside having sex with him. And what if your husband would have saw you? Wow. So her friend is really kind of looking, right? Is really looking at what she's doing. That's why you got to be careful what you're doing. So she called herself breaking it off with the other guy, and now she's just like, oh, she's at work. They show her working, in the office, and she just so preoccupied, and she just cannot keep her mind off of the guy from the liquor store who bought her the $500 bottle of wine, of champagne. And so they showed that, and honey, she went over there. He said, I own the car wash right down the street. She went down them streets, honey. They say them streets. She went down those streets and she found him. She went to that car wash. Queen Sugar said her friend gets on my nerves. So she went to the car wash, and I got a little clip of it, but she went to that car wash, y'all. That's all I could really say. And you know what happened then? You know what happens then after she went to the car wash. I got a little bit of something that happened, but not all of it. Let's see. Here we go. You surprised to see me?
No, not at all.
She getting out that car. She said, "You surprised to see me?" He said, "No."
Hey,
Mm, okay. So what y'all think about that? She said, "You surprised to see me?" And he said, "No, not at all." He didn't even look phased by it. What y'all think that was about? So if you going up, she can help thinking about him. He knew he had it going on. You all think that? Did he think he had it going on because she said, "Are you surprised to see me?" And he said, "No, not at all." Politely got her hand and led him into her office, in his office. Okay. He showed her a little something, something. And Rich says, "I cut it off too early." Yeah, I cut it off too early. I didn't, I want to build up the suspense. I don't want to show everything on there. But yeah, I did cut it off because she went in there, she went into the office and they start kissing and he's like, I know, this is not like your typical office you used to. And then she's like, "No, stop. I can't do this. I can't do this." And then the most funniest part of all, when she was saying that, um I wish I could get to that part on the movie, but it's on the commercials right now. I didn't cut that part off, but she's like, "No, I can't go on with this." And then he unzipped his pants and I guess show her the goods, and then she was all in. That was so hilarious to me. But it just shows you just the type of woman that she is, that she's just for the sex. She's like, "Okay, yes," and proceeded to do all type of stuff that they do show you in the movie. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. But if you did watch it, you already know what they do. This movie is filled with sex, so it's hot and steamy. So somebody said in the chat that's her favorite part. That's her favorite part. That was hilarious to me. And I was like, wow. And then they made another reference. Was it before that her husband said, because she having sex with the other man and she's doing this little thing, with her tongue. And then her husband was like, "Do that thing for me with your tongue." And she was like, and then she's with this man here, this stranger, and she's doing all kind of stuff with her tongue. So that was so funny to me. I'm like, wow, she want to do it for her husband, but she doing it for all these other men. That was funny. And so, she's all in. She's going all in with this man, and then she has to get back, to work, and her friend, here comes her friend saying, uh, "You all are so funny." He unzipped and showed another 500 bottle. That was good, Rich. That was good. That's the bottle she was really interested in. And it showed. And so, she gets back to the office and her friend is like, "Gabe asked about you," her husband, "and like, you're not here. I'm not going to keep doing this." And so, she's like, "I got this. Don't worry about that. I got this." And so, she's all cocky and everything because now she got two men, but one she trying to break it off with, right? So then a little time goes on and the first man, he's mad. He's like, "You tried to ghost me. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere." He showed up at her house and she's like, "You know not to be at my house." What did y'all think about that? First of all, he couldn't have been at your house if you hadn't have brought him to your house. So what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about, him showing up at her house and these stalker moves? You think she had it coming? Did she have that coming? You know, what do y'all think about her bringing the man to her house in the first place? So let me know what you think about that. So he's doing all this stalker moves. And so now her husband is like, I want to take a trip. I want to take a trip and I want us to go somewhere. And so she's like, okay. So they went on a trip, and um he's telling her he loves her so much, and I know that I haven't been a good husband to you because I haven't really been showing you a lot of attention. Now, what do you all think about that? Because he's saying I haven't shown you a lot of attention, but he has a whole business. It looks like they're very successful, and he's doing all these things for her, but he's saying, I'm sorry. I know you've been a little distant lately. Distant? She been off gallivanting with all these other men. And he's feeling, like, you know what? It's me. I should do better, you know? And so she just feels like, oh, thank you so much. And in the chat, yeah, she seeks excitement. She does. Because I guess because her husband is spending all this time building their business, building their wealth, that she just can't get with that. And why is that? Now, in the chat, I know we see this a lot on a lot of these cheating movies, like Cheating. What was that talk show called? Cheaters, and so many more. They and the Jerry Springer show and all of that. These women or men, they say you spend too much time at work, so that's why I was cheating. What y'all think about that? Like, really? They're trying to bring money home and pay the bills and keep a roof over everybody's head and food on the table, but you're saying you went outside of the relationship because they are doing all of that. And so she feels guilty, and so now she's like, I got to do something. I'm getting ready to, break it off. So she tells her, she goes back to work. Here she go again. She went to work, her company, mind you. Now her company, her friend who she's talking to is an employee in the company. Okay. And so you know she is telling her that I did sleep. I cut it off with him, but I'm now sleeping with someone else. Why is she telling her friend all this stuff? Like, why? Why is she telling her all of that? And so her friend is like, that is horrible. You really need to stop. And she was like, I am. Don't worry about it. I got everything under control. So there's one thing though. She's trying to break it off with him, and he is not having it. Okay. So I love this part. It's so funny. So the guy who she's seeing, the $500 champagne man, she's like, he's like scaring her now because she told him, I want to break it off. And he's like, you're not breaking off anything with me. And she was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, that's not going to happen. You're getting ready to be with me. And so, let me see if I can find it here. This clip. I love this part. Um, so something happens to, let's see if we can play it. Let me see if I can get it, y'all. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, here's richest, one of richest parts. Look at the lyrics to the song. Mm. That's the first lover. This is her husband. She needs both of them on the side of her. I love the lyrics to this song. I love it. And then there's the other guy. I'm so greedy. I love this song.
I know I spent so much time at work. I don't make enough time for you and Taylor.
Mm.
Baby, I fucked up. You know, you and Taylor. You don't mean the world to
Oh.
me.
Oh.
You're the reason I go so hard every day. And I just want to
Oh.
make sure my family's well taken care of.
She just gotta have it.
You don't owe me an apology.
Oh, B, I'm serious. Now watch you.
She just gotta have it. Let me see if I can okay. So that's the part that I was talking about. So yes. Um so she's like, I'm gonna break it off with you and everything, but he's like, no, you're not. You're not breaking it off with me. Okay, here we go. So he did something. Can y'all still see my screen? He he said, you're not breaking it off to me. And guess what he did? Because he know everything about her. He know where she, her name, and all of that. She thinks she's being discreet or that she could just do whatever she want to do to people. Here we go. He showed up.
I like when we fuck in my office. But I can settle for yours.
Jacob, what the
Language, Mrs. Hines. It's a place of business.
Jacob,
Much better, baby.
what are you doing in my office talking to my husband?
Obviously, I'm here to see you. I mean, you ain't returning none of my calls. So I had to pull up on you.
What y'all think gonna happen? What y'all not think? Because he's kind of short. He is kind of short. Actually, Rich, Tonja stated that when I had the interview with her, she said that he actually was shorter than what she had imagined for the role. But she said he did it so well that she had to cast him for it. But she did say that. She said he was shorter than what she was looking for to cast, but that she went with it because he did the role so well. So you're right. I don't know about 5'2", but she did say that. So that was good that you pointed that out. And he is cute. He is super cute. Yes, he's super cute. So and he played that role. He played that role. He made his own, his own self good in that role. And so now remember, they was getting it in and everything, right? And now she's like, I'm cutting it off. But he said, no, you're not. He showed up at her office, her husband's office, said, no, you're not. And so now she's like, he showed up with the big champagne bottle. So now, she's like, I'm not doing it anymore and all of this. But let's see what happens. So now he said, you are going to do it, or I'm going to show your husband our sex tape. She didn't know he had secretly taped them. How many people has that happened to? And do they always get blackmailed with that? People always get blackmailed with that. Like, you don't do this, I'm going to show this sex tape. I'm going to show this to your job. I'm going to show this to your husband, your wife. And they always get blackmailed with that. So, I'm going to play this last part and we're going to cut it off because it's about time for us to end. We have gone beyond our time, but this is one of the funniest parts to me because they went from the big champagne bottle to get over here. Okay, y'all ready? This the blackmail. This the blackmail. She got to show up or he gonna show these pictures.
Take that shit off.
Why do we have to do this?
If we don't, my good friend Gabe gave me his number. Maybe I'll just give him a call. Think about that.
You can see the height difference there. Rich, you can see the height difference there. Now, before when he did this, she jumped all on top of it, right? Now, she's like, oh, oh.
With some urges.
I just love how Tonja did this, how they did this in here.
Position.
Oh,
That's what you wanted, remember?
I just love how they did that. Oh, okay. I see another perspective here. You said because she's no longer in charge. Oh, got it, got it. So as long as she was in charge, it was all good. As long as she was calling the shots, when we're gonna have sex, where we're gonna meet up, it was all good. But the minute that she lost that control, then that's when it was no longer fun for her. Okay, I like that perspective. I like that. A true narcissist. Okay, a true narcissist. Um, Another comment, David and Goliath. Okay, okay. I guess I see that the power struggle. So y'all, that is all we got today. If you didn't finish the movie, go ahead and finish it. If you didn't see it, go see it. It is hot and steamy. No, your children, I don't recommend your children watching it with you. And finish it off, and then you can always come back and put your comments in the chat and let us know what you thought about it. It is one of my favorites on Tubi because of this dynamic. And then the ending, it has a great ending as well. And you all just go ahead and watch it. I'm not going to play the ending, and I'm not going to give away the ending. We did have some spoiler alerts in here, but I'm not going to give it all away. Not going to give it all away at all. So go out and watch the movie, and and go out and watch it. Okay, so take care, Heart Nation. Oh, hey, Joe. Joe says he has to finish it. You have got to finish it, Joe. It is so good. Okay. And we're so glad to have everyone joining and all the messages. Thank you. Thank you for all the love. Heart Nation, go out and have fun. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And next week, I forgot to give the one for next week. Next week, we are going to be watching Melanin, and that has our good friend Mari G in it, who also was nominated for the Detroit Filmmaker Awards. That is awesome. It is now streaming on Tubi. So it was streaming there, and I believe it still is. So our next movie for next week is going to be Melanin, and we're going to talk about that and break that down a little bit. So I hope you all enjoyed this one, Lies and Loyalty. It is streaming on Tubi, and let us know what you think of it in the comments when you finish watching it. We're not going to give it away. So thank you all, and good night.